So last night, about 7:30, there's loads of fire engines and police and that coming, blocking the road off at it's not the Otley Waste Recycling Centre, which is the council run place, but just further along the road for that, in the woods, down the valley sort of down there. So it's on the road between Menston and Otley, not far from us. There's all the fire engines, the police were there, and there was a fire, and it's been going on overnight. 9 appliances there, plus welfare units and control command units. And this is what had floated down to the garden. So this shows you how big the fire was. That we've got debris from the fire, a charred something, very light charred thing, in our garden. And you can still smell in our garden the smoke. Now there's 3 appliances, and it's nearly 10 o'clock the next morning, and you can smell if I come out, because you see there's no wind to blow anything away. There's no wind, it's just sort of in the air. You can smell a sort of acrid smoke smell, not like a bonfire smoke. It's more of a sort of a toxic type thing, you know, tyres and goodness knows what burning. So there's a smell lingering in the air, and it needs the wind to build up to get it moving. So we've got full cloud, no wind, completely calm, sort of murky conditions, and then you've got that smoke in the air. I did sweep up like yesterday, the leaves and things here, tidied it up in this area. Yes, there's loads of debris on the car.
Mary reported that the toilet tap was all floppy and wouldn't flush, and so when I took the lid off, which Mary said she'd done as well, this is the lever, and what had happened was the little piston rod, which the lever attaches to the hole there, and goes into that hole, has sheared off completely. You can see there it's sheared off, and that should be attached to the sort of siphon, like a little plastic bag basically pulls it up, and when that pulls up, it pushes the water here up this tube and round then, and that starts the siphon, which just like sucks the rest of it through. But of course that's shearing off. It's like, oh, what a pain. So I'm just investigating. I've emptied the water out. I'm emptying it out just using margarine tub. I'm just emptying it out. What I've done is I've also switched off the cold water input here, which goes in. There's a little, if you can see, but there's that little screw there. Just turned it so it's off. So as I've emptied the water out, it won't come back in again through this little float thing. So I am just emptying the water out. Now it says this is obsolete, this 3-part siphon range, but 3-part might mean I could unscrew bits and get access and see if I can just repair what's there, or have to get some new bits to it. I'll see, but if it's obsolete, it's a bit problematic potentially. But look, the cistern itself, the ceramic ware, 31st of the 8th 99. So the ceramic ware, the house was built in 2000, so they must have bought it and installed it like that. Yes, that's got a date on it. It's quite interesting. I've just released this nut here, which is where the water goes down, and then this siphon part is on a sliding thing, so I think I could just pull it up. So I'm just having a look if I can pull that up. So that's separated from there. There's like a sort of, if you can see that sort of slidey thing there that's sticking out, that bit of plastic. It's like on, see down the bottom there, it's like hooked onto a slidey thing. So I think I can slide it up, but I might have to move this. I'll see if the angles allow me to get it up or what. I'll just try and do that. I just have to take that little cotter pin out from here, from there, just to be able to push that back there, so I can then slide this out. And of course, with that having come off, it's left the actual siphon bag and the spring and all that. That's where it's sheared off from. So this is fine, it's come out. What's actually happened there is that this, where the spring is where the little piston rod should be attached to, and that just pulls it up and down. So this is supposed to be in there and attached to that, and that should just pull it up and down. But it's sheared off. Now I wonder if there's a way of just getting a screw or something, or in both ends of that, and I don't know if there's a way of repairing that without having to get a whole new thing. I'll have to investigate that. Probably could just screw through. I had a bit of a go, making a bit of a hole, screwing through that side to come through here. But actually, I just thought to myself, well, you know, it's just liable to fail here. It's actually quite a lot of force pushing, forcing water up and all that. So I just thought, well, actually, no, I'll just. It's cheap enough. I've investigated. It's like £13–14 for just getting this part here, or the whole thing, to be honest. But I don't need to get this big, because I'll just attach it to what's there. £13–14 to get the same part, same shape, same length. I measured. There's all different. That's a 10-inch one. There's all different lengths. I got the exact same one. So I'm just going to do that for the sake of it and make sure it's like, it's integral. And at least I haven't had to take the cistern off, which sometimes you do when you replace these things. But at least with these moderner ones, it's just internal. You don't have to take the cistern off at all. So yeah, there we go. So that part will probably come 2 or 3 days time, and I'll just be able to replace it straight. This whole thing, the whole lot, screw it back onto the down pipe that's already fixed into the ceramics. And that'll be that, hopefully.